All right, I went just 3-3 in my personal sports bets on my website yesterday. Another day of just paying juice. Now, we did hit on the Ravens, Chiefs, and Dodgers, lost on the Bengals, Cowboys, and Braves. And if you want to see what NFL games I'm betting on for week 2, those bets are already placed. Those plays are already posted. There's only one way for you to find out, and that's to sign up for my NFL tier package bets on patreon.com/BrockPage. And the link for those plays is in the description section below. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the video here today for Monday, September 12th, 2022. It's my wife's birthday. Happy birthday to my wonderful wife. And if you guys send your well wishes, I'll make sure that she receives them here today. Like I told you guys last week, our son's birthday is at the end of August. I'm on the 10th, and then she's on the 12th. A bunch of Virgos under one roof. A lot of non-confrontational people. But once again, welcome to the video for Monday, September 12th, 2022. My name is Brock Page, and I've been doing sports picks for free right here on YouTube since 2016. I also sell my personal sports bets on patreon.com/BrockPage. And once again, guys, if you want to see who I'm betting on in NFL Week 2, the link for my NFL personal bets is in the description section below. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to take a look at the Rangers squaring off against the Marlins, Game 1. That's going to be a 1:10 Eastern first pitch. Miami is the $1.30 favorite in Game 1, total 7.5 runs. Trevor Rogers for Miami, Glenn Otto for Texas. Now, the Rangers have gotten the W in 5 out of Glenn Otto's last 6 starts. Texas actually averaged 5.5 runs a game during that time frame. Corey Seager's the club leader in home runs with 29 of them. Meanwhile, Nate Lau, he's hitting a team-best 308 at the dish. Now, they're taking on a Marlins club who dropped 8 out of their last 10 themselves. And they've had significant problems getting on base all year long. The Fish are hitting just .229 as a team, and they're in the bottom 3 in the league in runs per game. Now, pitching-wise, Trevor Rogers has been the weak link in this Miami pitching staff. He's 4-11 with an ERA of 5.51. When it comes to the total, Miami did see 6 out of their last 7 Trevor Rogers starts fall under the number. Meanwhile, the Rangers went 5-2 to the under in their last 7 while traveling. I'm going to lean toward Texas plus $1.10, under 7.5. Next ball game, Angels, Guardians, 6:10 p.m. East. Cleveland's minus 120, total 7.5 runs. Connor Pilkington for Cleveland, Reed Detmers for Los Angeles. Now, Detmers has had a solid year for Los Angeles. He's got 105 strikeouts in just 108 innings. He also has an ERA in the 3s along with a 1.19 whip. And speaking of the pitching, the Angels have held Cleveland to less than 3.8 runs a game in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. And speaking of the Guardians, they've had a tough time hitting for power this year. Their lineup's second to last in the majors in homers per contest. They're also in the bottom 10 in runs per game. And even if the bats do come alive here today, starting pitcher Connor Pilkington, he has run into some problems this year. He's got just 1 win through 47-plus innings. He also has a whip of 1.61. Now, total-wise, this game's being featured as my Major League Baseball tier package bet on patreon.com/BrockPage today. So if you want to see whether I'm pounding the over or the under in this one, there's only one way to find out, and that's to sign up for my MLB tier package bet on patreon.com/BrockPage. And just remember, guys, if you sign up for that package here today, you're going to get access to that membership every single day all the way until October 1st. And as an added bonus here, guys, if you sign up for my MLB tier package, you're also going to get access to all the cheaper memberships on my site absolutely free. But when it comes to giving a free pick out for this game, I'm going to lean toward the Angels plus $1, getting the job done for some money line cash. Next matchup, Astros, Tigers, 6:40 p.m. East. Houston's the $2 favorite, total 7 runs. Framber Valdez for Houston, Eduardo Rodriguez for Detroit. Now, Ed-Rod's got just 3 wins on the year, along with an ERA in the 4s. And even if Rodriguez pitches well, this is arguably the worst lineup of hitters in baseball. Detroit's dead last in homers, and they're averaging only 3.4 runs a game. They're also facing Framber Valdez, who has 14 wins on the season and a 2.64 ERA. Now, in addition to that, Valdez has over 160 strikeouts and a 1.13 whip. Meanwhile, at the plate, the Astros have been real tough to strike out. They're second in the bigs right now in fewest strikeouts per 9 at the dish. Now, Yordan Alvarez, he has one of the highest OPS averages in the game right now. He's actually in the top 3 in the bigs in that category. Meanwhile, Kyle Tucker's 10th in the majors in RBI with 90. Now, when it comes to the total, 7 out of Houston's last 10 outings fell under the number. They also saw their last 4 straight Valdez starts fall under the total as well. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Detroit's officially 62% to the under at Comerica Park this year. I'm going to lean toward Houston minus 1.5 and the under 7 runs in that tight window. Next ball game, little NL Central action. It's a game. It is going to be Pirates-Reds, 6:40 p.m. East. Cincinnati's minus 135 at home, totals 9. Mike Minor for the Reds, Bryce Wilson for Pittsburgh. And one thing I noticed when looking at these lines is the total. It's a high number, but we actually saw a half a run move downward on that total. That in mind, though, the Reds have gone 60% to the over in their last 10 outings. They're also 32-22 to the over against divisional competition this year. So plenty of overs against the NL Central. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh on the other side, they actually saw their last 6 straight Bryce Wilson starts all get over the line. So you don't think of overs when you think of Pittsburgh because they don't hit a lot. But a lot of overs when Bryce Wilson makes the start. Now, when it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game's being featured as my extra daily bet on patreon.com/BrockPage. And that play is only going to cost you just $2.99. And as always, guys, if you sign up for a membership here today, you're going to get access to that package every single day all the way until October 1st. But as far as, making a free pick is concerned with this one, I'm going to lean toward the over 9 runs in that game. Next matchup, little AL East action. This is a divisional game that has a little bit more meaning, actually a significant amount more meaning than the one we just did. I'm talking about the Rays, Blue Jays, 7:07 East. Toronto's minus 150, totals 8.5. Jose Barrios for Toronto. Cooper Criswell making his debut for Tampa Bay. Now, Criswell had his debut this year. Now, Criswell had an ERA in the 3s in the minors this season, and he averaged a strikeout an inning. He actually pitched 45-plus innings on the farm, and he struck out 46 batters. Now, as a team, the Rays have won 7 out of their last 10, and they have a winning record against the run line on the road. Yandy Diaz, he's leading the club in batting average. He's hitting nearly 300 at the plate. Meanwhile, Randy Arozarena, he has a team-best 76 runs batted in. Now they are facing Jose Barrios on the other side of things for Toronto, who's actually got an ERA in the 5s along with a 1.39 whip. When it comes to cashing in on the run line, the Jays have had a tough time covering at home. Sorry, I had a cigar yesterday. Now I'm all jacked up. But anyway, Jays, tough time covering at home this year. Out of 25 divisional home games, the Jays covered only 9 times. Now, when it comes to the total, Toronto saw unders in 6 out of their last 10 ball games. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay went 60% to the under in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Rays plus 1.5, under 8 and a hook. Next ball game, Cubs, Mets, 7:10 p.m. East. The New York Mets are minus $3, totals 8 runs. Chris Bassett for New York, Javier Assad for Chicago. Now, Javi's got just over 15 innings of work under his belt, and he's already got a 1.43 whip. Meanwhile, as a team, the Cubbies dropped 7 out of their last 9, And they average only 1.7 runs a game in those losses. Now, they're also facing Chris Bassett, who's got 13 wins on the season for New York, along with 153 strikeouts. Now, the righties also got an ERA in the low threes, along with a 1.13 whip. Now, more recently, the Mets won 4 out of their last 5 ball games, and they scored 35 total runs in those victories. Pete Alonso's second in the bigs right now in RBI with 109 of them. He's also 7th in homers with 33. Now, when it comes to the total, 3 out of the Mets' last 4 in Flushing, Queens got over the number. They're also 8-2 to the over in their last 10 at any location. Meanwhile, Chicago saw 3 out of their last 4 on the road get over the line. I'm going to lean toward the Mets -1.5, over 8. Next matchup, second of a doubleheader. It is going to be Rangers-Marlins Game 2. That's going to be a 7:10 Eastern start time. Now, Texas is -1.25, total 7. John Gray for the Rangers, Braxton Garrett for Miami. And even though we lean toward the under in Game 1, I do think Game 2 does have the possibility of getting over. The Rangers did see 5 out of their last 8 interleague road games get over the line. Meanwhile, the Marlins on the other side of things, they went 60% to the over in their last 10 outings themselves. And when it comes to playing at home, Miami also saw 3 out of their last 4 at Lone Depot Park get over the total. Now, when it comes to selecting a winner, this game's actually being featured as my $1.99 daily best play on my website. So if you want to see whether I like the Rangers laying the juice on the road, or if I like Miami catching plus money in South Florida, there's only one way to find out, and that's to sign up for my $1.99 daily best play on my website. And as always, guys, if you sign up for a membership on patreon.com/BrockPage, you're going to get access to that membership every single day, all the way until October 1st. I know I sound like a broken record, but that is extremely good value. It's the best value out there if you're into paying for sports picks. It's the best value money can buy. But anyway, when it comes to selecting a free winner in this game, I'm going to lean toward the over 7 runs in Game 2. Next matchup, Dodgers, Diamondbacks, 9:40 p.m. East. The LA Dodgers are -220, totals 9. Tyler Anderson for LA, Ryan Nelson for Arizona. And even though Ryan's looked good, he's got only 7 innings of work under his belt this year. Now, the D-backs have also struggled scoring runs against Los Angeles. They're averaging under 3.3 runs a game in their last 10 meetings with the Dodgers. And speaking of LA, they've got Tyler Anderson on the mound, who's been nearly unhittable. He's 14-3 with an ERA in the 2s. Now, Anderson's also got over 115 strikeouts and a 1.03 whip. Now, for some reason, Anderson does have problems here today. He's backed by the best lineup of hitters in baseball. These guys are leading the bigs in both scoring and OPS. Mookie Betts has a club best 33 home runs. Meanwhile, Freddie Freeman's leading the majors with a .331 batting average. Now, when it comes to the total, the Dodgers' last 4 road games all got over the total. And as a matter of fact, the Dodgers went 10-0 to the over in their last 10 at any location. I'm going to lean toward the Dodgers -1.5, over 9. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. It is going to be Braves-Giants, 9:45 East. Atlanta's the $1.80 favorite on the road, total 7 runs. Spencer Strider for the Braves, Alex Cobb for San Francisco. And even though Strider's been basically unhittable for Atlanta, it's actually Alex Cobb on the other side of things who struck out over 125 batters this year himself. As a matter of fact, Cobb averages over a strikeout an inning, and he also has an ERA in the 3s. So I know Strider's been great, but Cobb's no slouch. Don't let that record fool you. He can, he can throw the pill. Now, when it comes to cashing in on the run line, the Giants have covered in 6 out of their last 10 outings. Wilmer Flores has a club best 65 RBI on the season. He's also facing a Braves team who lost their last 2 straight. And they struggled with strikeouts all season long at the plate. These guys are actually in the bottom 3 in the league in strikeouts per 9 at the dish. They're also in the bottom 5 in road walks as well. Now, total-wise, 4 out of Atlanta's last 5 did get over the line. They also went 8-1 at the over in their last 9 Spencer Strider starts. Meanwhile, the Giants saw their last 2 Alex Cobb starts get over the number. I'm going to lean toward the Giants plus 1.5 over 7. And with that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like the Rangers plus $1.10, under 7.5 in Game 1. Give me the Angels plus $1 winning their game outright for some money line cash. I like the Astros minus 1.5, under 7. Give me the over 9 runs in the Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game. And one final reminder, guys, if you want to see which one of these games on this video that I'm actually betting on personally, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for a membership on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. I like Tampa Bay plus 1.5, under 8.5. Give me the Mets minus 1.5 over 8 runs. I like the over 7 in the Rangers Marlins game 2. I also like the Dodgers minus 1.5 over 9. With my next and final free bet for the video, give me the Giants plus 1.5 over 7. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. Now, if you guys do end up getting a membership here today, just keep in mind you're going to get billed the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do end up getting a membership here today, you're going to get access to that content every single day all the way until October 1st. I always tell folks in every single video, the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. And guys, if you want to get access to every single bet, every single package, every single day, you're going to want to sign up for my board member package. It's an all-inclusive membership. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I'll tell you what, had aside from breaking even and paying a little juice yesterday, I watched NFL football from pregame to postgame of Sunday Night Football. I watched NFL for about 15 hours yesterday. It was wonderful. It was glorious. I actually watched the 1 o'clock games on my hammock, on my tablet while puffing a cigar, which I feel like death today. But it was a cigar that I had in my humidor for 13 years. It was called a Grey Cliff Chateau Grand Cru. That's actually not even a real popular brand anymore, but when I bought the cigar, it was really one of the high-end boutique brands, Grey Cliff, out of the Bahamas. And so I bought that cigar back in 2009, and I've been sitting on that thing for 13 years. So it was very good, but now I feel like death, which is surprising because I worked in the cigar business for 11 years. But man, I'm just not, my respiratory system is not built for it anymore. But anyway, it was a great day yesterday. Just loved it, man. NFL's back. Watched it the entire day. It was glorious. I loved it. It's great just texting back and forth with your buddies and stuff. You kind of learn where their action is, by the nature of what they're texting back to you. But anyway, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.